finished 4 years at Durham studying combined arts and social sciences, and today I'm going to chat a little bit about the different kinds of support that are available at Durham. So in my experience over the past 4 years, Durham, you're so lucky to have the amount of support that's available for everything that you could want help with. So yeah, I'm just going to run through a little bit about the different kinds of support that are available. So firstly, of course, you are at university to get a degree, and so the academic support is so important. Sometimes things will come up which mean that you can't get to your full potential for academic reasons, whether that's you've got a short-term illness or maybe something a bit more long-term. So for short-term things, we're really lucky to have what's called a self-certification form, which you can fill in, send to your college, and they send out to your department or departments, so you don't have to personally chase around individual academics to let them know that you're not feeling well. And you can fill this out for a week at a time, and it just kind of gives you that breathing space to get better and take care of yourself if you need to. So also for more long-term things or more severe things, there's what's called a SAC form, which stands for Serious Adverse Circumstances. And this essentially is for things that might have affected you throughout the year or things which individual extensions can't mitigate for example, maybe family illness, long-term health problems or things like that. So you submit these after exams, and this essentially means that when the university is considering what classification of degree you get, these circumstances will be taken into account. So it's really helpful that both these exist. So if things do come up during the year, which does happen, then this can be taken into account and help you. So you've also got an academic advisor in your department. So right from the start of your first year, say you're a geography student, you'll be gifted an academic advisor in your department who's your first point of contact for any issues you've got. Say you're not sure about writing an essay or anything like that, you can go and talk to them. I know personally I found mine really helpful when I first joined university because I was really struggling with the transition from secondary school and sixth form to university, both in terms of how to write essays and also just how to manage my workload. So I went and saw my academic advisor every few weeks. We'd talk through different strategies and different things that could help me, and it's a really useful resource of support that you've got for your academics. So outside academia, you've also got the Students' Union. The Students' Union at Durham exists essentially to represent the student voice and champion any issues that are important to students. This might be things like housing and landlords or rent or anything like that that is important to students, and they act to represent a student voice. Within the Students' Union, there are also associations such as the LGBT Association, the Mature Students Association and the Disabled Students Association, among others. These exist essentially to represent these smaller groups of students who might have specific issues and concerns while at university. So, for example, if you're a disabled student and have specific concerns or issues, you've got a point of contact which you can go to and you can talk to specific people who understand your situation. So yeah, the Students' Union is a really helpful resource for that. Of course, also being a collegiate university, college is a key source of support. Welfare is huge at college, right from a peer level where every college has its own welfare teams which are run by groups of students who host things like drop-ins several times a week, where you can go and talk about any issues that you might be having. These can be big issues or concerns, or they can be something as small as, oh, I'm stressed about an essay and I just need to have a break, a cup of tea and a bit of a chat. So it's really nice to have that level of peer support. College parents also exist, which is 2 or 3 people in the year above you who you get matched with at the start of your first year. They'll be doing similar subjects to you, and they're just another useful point of contact for maybe any concerns you've got about your degree or any small questions such as where can I get the best pancakes in Durham or what's the best cafe, and kind of issues that you might not want to talk to staff members about. So speaking of staff members, we're also really lucky to have those in college to provide another level of support. Every college has student support staff who are people employed full-time just to help support the students. I know personally they've been so helpful as a point of contact for concerns I've had, when I've been ill, when things have happened in my life that have been affecting my degree, and they know the university system inside and out, and so you can go ask them about kind of concerns, about how things work. Maybe you need a referral to counselling and you're not sure how that works. They'll have all the answers and they're a great resource to use. In college, you'll also be given a college mentor at the start of your time at uni, and this is someone who's an adult usually with links to your college but not a direct academic, and they're just there as another source of support if you've got any questions or concerns. I know personally I loved having someone who I could go and chat to about things like careers or just how my life was going, but who wasn't directly related to academics or any other part of my life. So yeah, college mentors are another really great source of support. Obviously, sometimes there'll be things which, although college and the Students' Union are wonderful, there'll sometimes be issues that will need to go beyond that, and that's when counselling exists. So you can refer yourself to counselling, or you can be referred by your college, and it's an anonymous and free and confidential service where you can talk to someone about whatever issues are going on in your life. It's a really useful resource that's located in the Palatine Centre, so right in the centre of the university campus, easily accessible, and is something that can be so useful if there are things happening in your life that you need some help with. Alongside this, there's also disability support. So if you are a disabled student at Durham, you might have specific concerns or issues about how you're going to manage your degree and how you're going to achieve your full potential, and that's exactly what disability services are here for. I know personally for me, my college referred me because I wasn't really comfortable getting in contact with them directly, but you can also go and see them, and I've found them so helpful over the past 4 years. I know for me, rather than me arguing for certain adjustments and things that I needed, they gave all these suggestions about things that might help me do the best I possibly could with my degree, and it's so nice to know that you've got someone fighting your corner who's looking to make things as easy and as good for you as possible. So disability services are an amazing resource to have. There's also, of course, at university, financial things can come up that might get in the way and mean that you're struggling and need some support with that. And at Durham, there's also so much financial support available. Firstly, your college are a great point of resource in terms of just answering questions, any concerns you've got, or if you don't know where to go to get help for things, so they're really good for that. Some colleges also have specific funds available, so it's worth researching those. As well as this, there's also the Financial Support Service, again based in the Palatine Centre, who are there specifically just to help students with financial issues. So you might have an unexpected expense, you might just really be struggling to manage your money, and you might kind of just need some support with that. That's exactly what they're there for. You can book an appointment with them, go chat to them, and they can be really helpful at helping you figure out how you can make your financial situation better. So through this all, I've kind of talked about all the formal bits of support that are available, but in my experience, the most important form of support is just from your friends. I know my friends and housemates over the past 4 years have been so key in offering me so many kinds of support and help, and they've honestly made my university experience. At Durham, the student community is so close-knit and you'll have such close friends, and they are so key at making the university experience as amazing as it is. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and this is just a little bit, about the different kinds of support that are available at Durham.